Hello everybody, I hope everyone is doing well and welcome back. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you all of my top recommendations for the upcoming Sephora holiday sale. It is VIB time again, which is always exciting. So I went through my entire collection and I picked out the products that I hold near and dear to my heart, the ones that make me the most excited and I think a majority of people will really like. I'm just going to pull up the information about the sale. So for VIB Rouge, it starts October 30th, the day you're watching this, and it goes on till November 9th and you get 20% off. For VIB, it starts November 3rd to November 9th and you get 15% off. And if you're a beauty insider, it starts November 5th and ends November 9th and you get 10% off. So I'll have a little screenshot here just so you can see and you can screenshot it for yourself if you're interested in doing that. So before we get into my edit, I would love for you to subscribe if you aren't already. It would mean so much to me, and let's get to it. So I wanted to start this video off with some skincare products that have really helped my skin over the past year and that are my top favorites in my skincare routine. Most of these products help me stop my acne from producing, and they're on the way to healing my acne scars. Just keep in mind that I don't use all of these in one night. I don't really have a skincare routine that I follow. It changes quite a bit day to day. I kind of shuffle around these products. The first ones that I'm going to be talking about are the First Aid Beauty, the new acne products. These ones right here are the Pharma White Clay Acne Treatment Pads. They have 2% salicylic acid, but this is the product that really changed my skin around. A few months back, I was struggling with a lot of acne in these areas right here. It felt like I would just wake up with like 3 huge breakouts every day and it was just not getting better. And they were kind enough and they sent out these products for me to try, and it just stopped my acne from producing in its tracks, and it was just incredible. And it super cleared up my skin in a month, which was just a blessing, to be honest. So I just really wanted to recommend this product to you guys. Since we are wearing masks out in public, a lot of people are dealing with maskne, so these products launched at a perfect time and they work so well. There's no artificial fragrance or anything like that, which is just perfect if you're trying to calm down your skin from breaking out. And the other product that they launched in this collection was this BHA Acne Spot Treatment Gel with 2% salicylic acid as well. And I like to concentrate this on the spots where I have some acne going on top of this, and it works amazingly and it really helped to smooth out my skin. Can't recommend those two products enough. Now moving on, this is my favorite night cream. This is the Caudalie Vino Perfect Glycolic Night Cream. This is my second tub and I'm almost finished it. Glycolic acid works wonders for me to heal my acne and also to stop it from producing as well. When I was struggling back then, I'm going to definitely mention that a couple more times. When I was struggling back then, I ran out of this and I was just trying out a couple of similar products to this one, but nothing was working, just kept getting breakouts. But when I reintroduced this into my skincare routine, it just changed my skin for the better. I just see such a big difference when I use this night cream from when I don't. It is just a miracle cream for sure. I love how thick and moisturizing it is as well. It's just a very dreamy, luxurious feel, and might as well get a percentage off because I know this one is a little bit more pricey. I think I will be picking a new one up for sure. The next product I wanted to talk about is another one that has been helping to heal my acne scars so well, and it's so gentle. It's the Ren Bio Retinoid. This is so nice. It's in an oil form, so it's super hydrating. I use this after I tone and then I just put a light moisturizer on top of it, and then I'm just good to go, and I wake up with such a smooth base. I love how gentle it is. It doesn't make me feel dry or anything like that. With other retinoids I've tried in the past, I would experience some flakiness and things like that, but with this one, since it is an oil and it's very gentle, I think it's great for younger people's skin. Well, and it's been working incredibly for my acne scars. They're pretty much disappearing day by day. I am so grateful for that, and I'm running through it quite a bit. I use this, I would say, 2 times a week so far. I'm trying to build up my tolerance to it at the moment. I don't want to go too hard, but love it. It is so effective and it's beautiful. A face mask from Ren that I really love is this one. It's the Glycolactic Radiance Renewal Mask. It has glycolic acid, so it does an incredible job at just exfoliating the skin, fading those acne scars, all that good stuff that I was just talking about. This is a fantastic face mask and it's so effective. The morning after I use this, my skin is just like butter. Gross, but you know, it's good. And the last skincare product before getting into the makeup products, this video is going to be long. I know it. This is the Herbivore Lapis Facial Oil. They do have a couple of oils. This one's my favorite because it is more geared towards people with acne. It's more of a balancing oil. It's so good. As you can tell, I'm running through it like crazy. I did get this back in March, so it does last a very, very long time. I use 2 to 5 drops every night, and this does a really great job at just sealing in your skincare and just calming down my skin. I see a huge difference from when I feel lazy and I don't use it to the nights that I do use it. It's incredible, and this is going to be a skincare staple for me for a very long time. I recommended this product a lot on my channel whenever I talk about skincare, and it's still one of my top favorite products. So those are all of my skincare recs. Now let's get into the makeup. The first product I want to recommend is the Hollywood Flawless Filter from Charlotte Tilbury. I pretty much use this in all my videos. I feel like I can't get enough of it. It's definitely part of my everyday routine. You can use it as an all-over foundation. I personally don't like the look of it that way. I like to use this as an under foundation highlighter or a glow booster, and it's great for those types of no makeup looks because it's just more of a sheer glow. Here, I swatched it right here. It just reflects the light in such a beautiful way. There's barely any visible pearls or glitter in it, which is so fun. And it just does a really great job at making your skin just look so luxurious and just so healthy looking. I believe I picked this up the last Sephora sale, and I really wish I picked this up sooner when other YouTubers were raving about it, because this is one of my all-time favorite makeup products in my entire collection. What a compliment. Moving on, I have a couple highlighters here that I want to talk about. First, I'm going to recommend the Rare Beauty liquid highlighters. I love these. These are probably my top favorite product from the entire Rare Beauty line. These are definitely the products that I've been reaching for the most on an everyday basis. They're so beautiful. The formulation is so stunning. It's very thin and very easy to work with as well. These are my 3 favorite shades, and I like to mix them and match them, as you guys know. My favorites are Enlighten, which is this very pearly one, this very yellow gold one, which is called Outshine, and this more bronzy one in the shade Flaunt. I love this formula so much because it's very thin, but it's also very easy to apply, and it doesn't dry down super quickly, so you do have time to blend it out and make it look very seamless, but it does eventually dry down and stay put, and your hair doesn't get stuck in it at all. I'm losing breath and I feel like I'm gonna pass out. I'm getting too excited. Hold on a second. I just honestly can't say enough good things about this product. I've never had a bad experience with them, and there's so many ways that you can use them. You can apply it with a brush, your finger, or a sponge. I personally like a sponge because that way I get a more sheer effect and it just looks very glossy on my skin. They're fantastic. Highly recommend them. Another highlighter I'm going to be recommending, and this one's quite new to me, but it's already one of my favorites. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Superstar Glow Highlighter. Oh my god, this is so beautiful. This is a limited edition holiday product from her line. I love this texture. It almost feels like a creamy powder in the pan. It's very velvety feeling, and when you apply it with a brush, it gives a very sheer effect. It's right here on my hand. Look how dreamy that is. I don't know if this is going to suit fair skin. If I apply a lot of it, it does kind of leave a undercast on me if I apply an opaque layer. But if I use a very sheer amount, it doesn't do that on me. So I just wanted to mention that just in case if you have fairer skin than me, I don't think this would work for you. This feels very unique to my collection, and I don't super enjoy a lot of powder highlights if I'm being honest. There's only a few and I'm very picky about them, but this one is definitely in my top 3 favorite powder highlights I've ever tried. It just feels so nice, and the effect is so beautiful. It just melts into your foundation or your base or your skincare so beautifully, and it doesn't accentuate any texture whatsoever. It just melts and it just makes your skin look so glossy, which is beautiful for a powder. I find that to be very rare. I rediscovered, and this has been my everyday go-to blush and highlighter too if I want more of a cream vibe. This is the Kosas Tropic Equinox Cream Blush and Highlighter Duo. I have been really making a dent in both of these products. They're stunning. I think I'm going to be picking up some more of these this sale. I actually don't even know what I'm going to be picking up, so I'm not going to be including it in this video. I don't think I'm going to be picking up much. I'm getting on a side tangent, but hold on. It's only going to take a second. I accidentally just put it in a big order because I forgot the sale was coming up, so I don't really have much on my wish list anymore since it's already coming to me full priced, but it's okay. It's okay. But anyways, back to this product. This is such a beautiful color. I'm wearing both of these products on my cheeks right now. It just suits almost every look I do recently. My cool tone ones like today, or even my warm toned ones, or my very natural looks. The formulas in here are very unique to me as well. They don't feel like all the other cream blushes that have been launching recently. There isn't that glossy veil running through it. It just looks more like a skin-like texture, which is fantastic, and the highlighter is a little bit more wet and dewy than the blush formula, but it doesn't feel super sticky on the skin either. My hair doesn't get stuck to it at all. I just adore everything about this product. Moving on, I have another blush duo here that I want to recommend, and of course this is going to be quite repetitive because I recommend these all the time, but it's the Patrick Ta Double Take Cream and Powder Blush. This is just one of the ones I have. The other one's still in my drawer. I just didn't want to have a mountain of products on my couch here. I think this one's my favorite out of the two just because this one suits a lot of looks as well, but I love how versatile this product is, and the packaging is just so stunning. I always mention it when I talk about these, but if you're newer here and you don't know my spiel, you can use the powder on its own, you can use the cream on its own, or you can use the cream first then set it with the powder if you want more of an intense look, or you can use the powder first and then dab on the cream if you want more of an intense look but with skin-like texture. So they're just beautiful, and I hope I see more colors come out in the future. They're just some of my all-time favorite blushes, and that's saying a lot because blush is my favorite thing. But anyways, let's move on. So I do have one lip formula in here. I didn't want to include a lot of them since I know a lot of people aren't really wearing lips and things like that. This has been my favorite lip formula that I've been pretty much solely using on an everyday basis since beginning of summer, if I'm super being honest, if I'm not filming or anything. The Tower 28 glosses. I wonder how many of you predicted what products were going to be in here. If you want, comment them down below on how many products you predicted that were going to be in here. I think that'd be funny. But anyways, these are the Tower 28 glosses. I can't believe I just caught that. All the ones I'm holding here are my top favorites out of all of them. So basically like 90% of them are in my hand right now. This gloss formula has made it to my #1 favorite gloss of all time that I've ever tried. I barely reach for any of my other glosses if I'm being honest. This just checks off every single box that I look for in glosses. They're not super sticky, but they are kind of more of an opaque gloss, so they give your lips a very plush but also glass-like glow. They really fill in all the lip lines to make your lips look a little bit more plump. They have a very unique texture when it comes to a gloss too. There's none of that tacky stickiness feel. It just feels very watery, like a thick water on your lips. I know that makes no sense. It's fantastic. So I'm just gonna go through all of my favorite colors I've got here. I think my #1 favorite is kind of boring, but it's the clear one just because of its versatility. You can just apply it onto any lip color or wear it by itself just to enhance your natural lip color. Yeah, love that. My second favorite of all time, Cashew. If you know, you know, but it's just the perfect nudie brown. The shade Almond is really nice for the fall time. It's stunning. This one was my favorite for the summertime. Spicy, it's the red one. Oh, it's so beautiful. Gives such a cute summery vibrancy to your lips. It's so nice. Another one that I really enjoyed over the summer was the shade Fire. This one also paired very beautifully with their orange blush they have. That was one of my favorite looks to wear over the summer. And my last favorite, the one that I'm wearing right now, it's the shade Oat. So cute. This is my go-to if I'm wearing a more cool toned eye. Can't say enough good things about the Tower 28 glosses. They're just fantastic. So now I'm going to move on to eye products. So I'm first going to start off with my 3 top favorite mascaras that you can get from Sephora. First, starting off with the JULIAA Limitless Mascara. This has been a favorite of mine for a very long time. It's a great one if you like more of a natural everyday look, and the wand is my favorite thing about this mascara. I love how many combs there are on here just to get a really nice clump-free application, and it's such a fantastic product. I just adore it. I think this is my 3rd tube of it. My other favorite mascara is the Pat McGrath Labs Dark Star Mascara. This will give you the most dramatic lash look. This will give you the most volume and the most length, which is just fantastic for the days you want a more dramatic lash look, or if you have more of a smoky eye going on. This is a great go-to. The Pat McGrath mascaras have really helped me transition from wearing falsies every day to just being comfortable to wearing just mascara, which has been really nice just for the health of my lashes and it's a great time saver, all those good things. That's why this mascara is so special to me. It helped me wean me off falsies, which is such a weird thing to say, but you know. And then my favorite in the middle mascara is the Marc Jacobs At Lashed. This is a fantastic, very easy mascara to apply. I've been using this a lot on my channel. I love how quick and easy it is to apply too. I find that it's the perfect middle ground between these, not too natural and not so dramatic. So I just wanted to recommend 3 to fit any of your preferences. They're all super fantastic. These are some new cream eyeshadows that I haven't been able to get enough of. They're the JULIAA Liquid Powder Chromatic Eye Tints. These are my 2 favorite colors. I have yet to film with the bronzy one, but I do have a fun video using this. I think it's probably one of my all-time favorite looks I've done. Maybe I'll link it in the eye. These are beautiful, and they're the first product like this that don't crease on my eyes during the day. They are very thin, but they really stay put on your eyes, which is really nice, and they dry down to a comfortable point. They don't dry down to the point where it makes your eyes look a little bit wrinkly or anything like that. It's very comfortable. It just feels like a true eyeshadow when it dries down, which is really nice. I love the sheen that these have as well. They're very beautiful. I'm going to swatch these 2 shades right here. I find that this more cool tone shade, this shade Hatch, is very unique. It almost has like a mossy sage undertone to it, or it has more of a cement vibe to it as well. But they're so beautiful. Can't recommend these enough if you like that kind of quick everyday look. They're very easy to work with too, and you get a lot of time to blend them out before they set and don't budge. Another cream eyeshadow that I wanted to mention, this is probably one of my all-time favorite eye products in my collection, and it is quite pricey, but for me it's so worth it because it's one of my everyday faves. It's the Tom Ford Emotion Proof Eye Color in the shade 10 Abyssinian. I love using this alone, or as a base, or as an eyeliner. It is just very nice and easy to work with, and it's very versatile in my collection. Here's this color on its own. It's a very nice warm brick shade. It's beautiful, and I have a ton of videos using this on my channel. It's definitely one of the products I gravitate towards when I need to do my makeup very quickly and I just want it to be very smoky and bronzy. An eye topper that I haven't used on my channel yet, but that I've been completely in love with, is this Makeup by Mario Master Crystal Reflector highlighter in the shade Bronzite. I only picked up one of these, but these are really nice. I know they're kind of marketed as a highlighter, but I think he meant like an eye highlighter because these are pure glitter. But it is such a nice topper. I like to use it wet or dry, but it gives such a beautiful shine. Oh, it's beautiful. I might pick up the 2 other colors. Look at me say I'm not going to be shopping, but then now that I'm thinking about it, I probably will. But it is so beautiful. It's fun to just pop it onto any eye look. I will say that the only downside to this product is when you use it, it tends to, some of the glitter definitely falls onto the face, which is annoying, but they're very easy to just like flick off. It's not like that kind of glitter that's very thin that just stays into your skin and it just becomes like a pore. It doesn't do that. So now I'm going to get into my eyeshadow palettes. The first one being this Makeup by Mario Master Mattes palette. I wasn't expecting to love this palette as much as I do, but holy crap, I do. When I'm using it, I always think to myself, damn, this is really giving the Natasha Denona Biba palette a run for its money. I just say that, but I don't super mean that because there isn't the cool tones in here. There aren't the shimmers that I love from that palette in here. It's just the mattes in here are so dreamy. They're so easy to work with. I've used this twice on my channel so far. The quality of these eyeshadows feels so luxurious. I know it doesn't look like a super luxurious palette, if I'm being honest. The packaging isn't my favorite, but the formula of these eyeshadows are incredible. They give a really unique look too. They do feel a little similar to the Natasha Denona mattes, but they're not as creamy feeling, I think, and they're not as glam. Like this will give you a very airbrush, seamless look on the eye. They're super easy to blend and they just work like a dream. And I love how thinly they apply, so it doesn't make your eyes look crepey at all. It just gives a very airbrushed look. So worth the money for me. This is going to be a favorite for a very long time. And I also love how it's a smaller palette, so it just fits so beautifully. This is the perfect eyeshadow palette to have if you're a working makeup artist. You just have everything that you need. When I was a working makeup artist, this is what a majority of clients would ask for. All these tones. Another little eyeshadow palette I really love for an everyday look is the Charlotte Tilbury Desert Haze palette. I've talked about this a lot on my channel as well, so I'm going to keep it short. It's great for an everyday look. You just have 4 simple mattes that you can create a multitude of looks with. Formulation is beautiful. It gives more of an impactful look, which is really nice. I love how small and teeny it is, so it fits beautifully in a small makeup bag. And I really like this because it forces me to stay in this zone, because sometimes if I'm in a rush or something and I start working with, for example, like the Natasha Denona Biba palette, I'm just going to get carried away with my eyes because I love doing eyeshadow so much. So this just forces me to use these quick shades and I'm out the door in a quicker manner. And the last 3 eyeshadow palettes are pretty much my collection staples. If I were to lose my entire collection, these are the 3 eyeshadow palettes I would immediately pick up without hesitation. So the first one being the Rust palette from Melt Cosmetics. The original Rust stack is what made me fall head over heels in love with their brand. The thing I love most about them is that they have such an innovative eye when it comes to makeup, and they always bring something really fresh and unique to the market. I admire them so very much. If I were to collab with anyone on an eyeshadow palette, I think I would want it to be Melt Cosmetics. Just putting it out there. It's always so hard for me to choose which one I love most out of all of their palettes. I just love this one because it's very user-friendly and it suits a lot of people's tastes. The thing I love most about their eyeshadow formula is that it gives you very dramatic looks. They're very high impact shades. I love how they're highly pigmented, but they're still very user-friendly. They blend out with no issues, which I find is really hard when it comes to those high pigmented or pressed pigments. I find them to be a little tricky to work with, but when it comes to Melt Cosmetics, they really nailed their formula and it's just the easiest to work with if you want very intense looks. Can't say enough good things. And I love this one because I can get my very bronzy looks or these fun mustard tones. This one's a really fun palette to have for the winter and fall months. It's just fall leaves encapsulated in a beautiful little palette and I love it very, very much. Moving on to my last 2, the first one being my Pat McGrath, my Mothership 5 Bronze Seduction palette. This was my first Pat McGrath purchase and it's what made me fall in love with her brand. I think I love this one so much because I have like a connection with this one, just because I saved up for so long to finally get this one, and when I did, it did not disappoint me at all, and it's the one that I use the most if I'm being honest. I love how many textures there are in here. I love how she has these fun topper shades or these very high impactful shimmer shades. Her matte formula is very fun too. Her matte formula isn't what stands out to me the most, I would say, but they're really fun to work with nonetheless because they blend out almost like a cream. I find them to be quite unique for mattes, but what makes this palette so special to me are all the shimmers. I recently used these 2 in my last video if you didn't see that. This palette just super excites me as an artist just because there's so many textures to play around with, and it always gives you such a nice dramatic and dimensional look because you can just layer and layer and layer all these textures to create something unique that just stands out so much. I can just point out when somebody's wearing a Pat McGrath shimmer, they shine like no other, truly. So now moving on to the last product of this video. It's of course the Natasha Denona Biba palette. This has been consistently my all-time favorite palette for everyday looks. It just has everything I need. It's the one that I'm wearing on my eyes right now. I'm wearing just the cool tones. This is my top favorite from her, and I think it always will be. It's fantastic. This is also another great one if you are a working makeup artist and you want to invest in your kit. This one's great. You'll have such ease working on your clients. I just can't recommend this one enough. I pull this out all the time. It's in probably 80% of my Instagram photos. It's definitely a staple in my collection. I've talked about it so much and I feel like there's nothing left for me to say or brag about it, except that if you can get a little percentage off and you've been wanting it, oh, it's the perfect time to pick it up. My voice is no longer here, but thankfully I'm at the end of this video. So that wraps up my Sephora VIB recommendations list. I really hope this was helpful. If you're going to be shopping, please let me know what you're thinking of picking up, or if you're going to be picking up any of these products. I would love to know. That being said, that is all for me today, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed today's video. I will make sure to link all of these products in the description down below as always, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Love you. Bye.